There's a simple truth that many couples miss until it's almost too late. The deepest intimacy isn't built on grand gestures. It grows from emotional safety in relationships. When your nervous system can relax with the person you love, trust begins to bloom, and every conversation feels a little less like a risk and more like a homecoming. Picture a quiet Sunday morning in a small US kitchen. Sunlight is slipping across the tile floor, the coffee machine hums, and 2 mugs warm your hands. You look at each other a second longer than usual, and you feel yourself exhale. That exhale is a map to everything you want. Early on in love, it's easy to mistake excitement for closeness. Sparks feel like security until a hard week lands and you hesitate to share the truth. Safety is the space where you can say, "I'm scared," and know the floor won't give out beneath you. Welcome to Whispered Hearts, English, where we honor the quiet repairs that keep love alive. This is a place to breathe, to slow the pace, and to treat your heart like it matters. Because it does. And so does the heart sitting across from you. Think of emotional safety as the feeling that you can bring your full self without being punished or abandoned. It's not about perfection. It's about predictability, care, and repair. When those elements click into place, vulnerability stops feeling like a cliff and starts feeling like a porch light guiding you home. But there's something even quieter holding love together that most couples don't realize until they test it by accident. It's the way you respond in small, ordinary moments. The micro-consistency that teaches the other person what to expect. Have you noticed how a single calm response can change the entire tone of your evening? Imagine commuting home on a winter evening, the air crisp and the sky already dark. Traffic was brutal and work was harder. You open the door and your partner asks, "Rough day?" You nod, and instead of a lecture or problem-solving speech, you get a gentle, "Want to shower and decompress? I'll warm dinner." That response does 3 things at once. It shows your experience is seen, it offers comfort without pressure, and it signals we over me. Your body receives the message before your mind does, and you settle. What might shift if you gave each other this kind of predictable calm more often? Consistency doesn't mean you are always cheerful. It means you are reliably kind. It is early text check-ins on the days you tend to spiral. It is a simple, "I'm here," when your partner's voice goes quiet in the middle of a story. But there's a layer even deeper than consistency, and it can change conversations in a single evening. It's the art of listening without judgment. What if listening wasn't about agreeing, but about building a bridge strong enough to carry the weight of your partner's truth? Picture a spring rain tapping the window while you sit on the couch. Your partner shares something tender, a fear about money, a worry about aging, a regret from years ago. The reflex to fix jumps to your lips. You catch it, soften, and say, "Tell me more. I want to understand the feeling." Non-judgmental listening has a simple shape. Reflect the words you hear, validate the emotion underneath, and ask permission before offering advice. When you listen this way, the story gets safer to tell. When it's safer to tell, you hear the real story. Notice what your body does when you feel judged. Your shoulders lift, your sentences get shorter, your eyes scan for exits. Now imagine the opposite. Shoulders dropping, voice steadying, eyes brightening. Which feeling do you want your partner to associate with you? But there's another small practice that often goes overlooked, and it might be the fastest way to deepen closeness. Celebrate moments of vulnerability as if they are rare treasures. The first time your partner takes a risk with you, mark it, name it, and honor it. Say your partner shares, "I felt left out at your friend's party." That confession is a gift, even if it stings. You might respond, "Thank you for trusting me with that. I didn't realize. I want to do better." Then you put a hand over theirs and sit in the quiet for a beat. People repeat what gets warmly received. When vulnerability is met with appreciation and care, it returns, it grows, it becomes the language of the relationship, rather than an event you hope to survive. Think about the last time your partner opened up. Did you celebrate the risk they took? But love is not built in calm seas alone, and conflict will arrive like summer thunder. Safety isn't the absence of storms, it's the presence of a plan. How you repair after you hurt each other decides whether the next argument gets easier or harder. Imagine a sharp exchange in the kitchen. Voices rise, a door closes, and the room feels colder. You step back, breathe, and text from the other side of the house, "I'm pausing so I don't say something careless. I love you. Can we talk in 20 minutes? The timer becomes a bridge rather than a wall. When you return, speak to impact rather than intent. When I joked about your deadline, I saw your face fall. That's on me. I'm sorry. Then ask a simple question. What do you need to feel understood right now? That question is a key that fits almost any lock. Repair also lives in gestures. A glass of water placed gently on the counter. A warm blanket draped over shoulders after tears cool the skin. A short walk around the block together, noticing the maple leaves turning in early autumn, letting the air rinse the last static from your words. But there's something else that turns arguments into intimacy, and it sounds almost too simple. Follow through. If you agree on a new boundary, keep it. If you promise to check tone during deadlines, practice. Does your relationship have a promise you're ready to keep today? Now draw all of this into a small, daily rhythm. Every morning, send a short message that signals presence. Every evening, create a 10-minute window where phones are out of reach and attention is easy. If you share the same space, sit so your knees touch. If you don't, let your voice hold that same warmth. Once a week, hold a gentle check-in at the kitchen table or on the back porch. Ask 2 questions that never stop being useful. Where did you feel most connected to me this week? And where did you feel far? Listen more than you talk. Let the answers shape next week's care. In busy seasons, safety often hides behind logistics. Your calendars are packed, and tenderness gets scheduled like an afterthought. Reverse it. Put small pockets of gentleness on the calendar first. A slow walk after dinner. A hug that lasts long enough to quiet your breathing. A shared early coffee before kids wake. There's power in naming the signals that make your nervous system relax. Some people calm down when the TV is low and the lights are warm. Others feel held when the kitchen is tidy and a candle is lit. Learn each other's safety signals and treat them like love notes you can see. But there's a truth most couples overlook, and catching it in time can save years. Safety doesn't always feel exciting. It feels steady. Steady can seem boring, especially if chaos was familiar in the past. Are you confusing intensity with intimacy? If chaos used to be normal, quiet can feel suspicious. You might wait for the shoe to drop or test your partner to see if they'll stay. Name that pattern out loud. Invite your partner to steady you the first time, and then practice how to steady yourself the next time. When steadiness becomes your baseline, affection grows in the gaps. A hand on the small of your back while you're chopping onions, a quick kiss before the school drop-off line, the easy laughter that returns on a warm summer evening as crickets thrum and the day unwinds. There's a small exercise that helps many couples find each other again after long days. Sit facing each other and take turns saying, "Here's what I'm carrying." Keep it simple and specific. Then respond only with, "Thank you for telling me. I'm with you." Therapists often describe safety as a combination of honesty, empathy, and predictable care. Honesty without empathy can bruise. Empathy without honesty can drift. Predictable care without both can feel like a polite roommate. When all three are present, love feels like solid ground. But there's a gentler door you can open today that requires almost no time. Offer tiny assurances in everyday language. I'm not going anywhere. We can figure this out together. You matter to me more than being right. Which sentence would soothe your partner most if they heard it tonight? Your body keeps score of your relationship's tone. If you are always bracing, your words will come out sharp or small. If your body learns it can relax, your voice warms, your eyes soften, and your hands reach without thinking. Your behavior follows your biology. Safety teaches your brain to expect care, even during friction. That's why rituals are so powerful. The goodnight kiss even after a tough day. The short text during lunch. The way you say home when you turn onto your street and your shoulders lower by instinct. Halfway through, let me remind you why this matters. The world asks us to armor up. Workdays stretch, news scrolls grow loud, and stress gets sticky. Whispered hearts. English exists so you have a place to take the armor off and remember that tenderness is strength. But safety is not only about receiving care, it's also about being a safe place to land. Ask yourself, what is it like to be loved by me on a hard day? Do you offer space and presence, or problem-solving and urgency? What would your partner say if you asked them? A small shift can change everything. Replace, "Why are you upset?" with, "What's hurting right now?" Replace, "Calm down" with, "I'm here. Take your time." Replace, "You shouldn't feel that way" with, "Your feelings make sense to me." Language shapes nervous systems. Slow, warm phrases invite slower breathing and softer eyes. Precise apologies settle the air. Clear boundaries protect the container where tenderness can grow. But let's talk about the fear under many conflicts, the one that rarely gets named. The fear that if you are fully seen, you will be left. Safety is the daily counter-message to that fear. It says, "I see more of you now, and I choose you again." When a partner risks telling you the unflattering truth, treat it like sacred ground. Sit forward. Keep your face open. Repeat back the core thing you heard, so they feel the landing. Ask, "Did I get that right?" Then thank them. But there's a practical question every couple needs to answer, or the best intentions drift. How will we protect small signals of safety when life gets loud again next week? You need a plan simple enough to survive a rough Tuesday. Start the day with a 30-second connection, a hug that lasts long enough to slow the heart, a kiss that isn't rushed, a sentence like, "I'm on your team today." Those seconds carry hours of weight. Guard the after-work transition. Give each other a reliable landing ritual. It could be 10 minutes of quiet, a quick walk around the block, or music on low while you chop vegetables together. The goal is to move from alert to at ease, from armor to open. Create a weekly celebration of vulnerability. It can be tiny. Maybe you cook a simple dinner on Friday, and each share one brave thing you did or felt. Celebrate the act of telling, not whether it was tidy or impressive. When conflict appears, use the pause with purpose. Name the time you'll return. Do something soothing with your body during the pause. Warm shower, a few deep breaths on the patio, a quick journal note to settle spirals. The point is not avoidance. It is preparation to re-enter with kindness. But safety also grows in play, and couples often forget that. Lightness signals that the relationship can hold both depth and delight. Share a private joke in the grocery line. Dance in the living room to a song you both loved in college. Let your faces remember the shapes of ease. Consider your physical environment. Soft lighting can help. So can a tidier entryway, a favorite throw blanket on the couch, or a diffuser with a calm scent. These choices sound small, but your nervous system notices and believes them. Keep a short list of safety sentences on your phone for tense moments. Your feelings are not a problem in this relationship. I care more about your heart than winning this point. Let's slow it down so we can get it right. Read one when your mind races. If you share kids or complex schedules, stage manage safety like pros. Align on bedtime handoffs. Plan who covers school emails during busy stretches. Decide who handles which weekend errand. Logistics aren't love, but they clear space for it to breathe. But there's a test every relationship faces that reveals your current level of safety. When one of you brings up a difficult topic, does the conversation get wider or narrower? Wider means more possibilities and patience. Narrower means defensiveness and exit routes. Practice widening. When your partner says, "I felt alone at the party," resist the courtroom. Try curiosity. What moment felt loneliest? What would have helped you feel more with me? Those questions turn a hallway into a room with open windows. In the end, safety and intimacy loop through each other. Safety allows sharing. Sharing builds intimacy. Intimacy encourages more sharing. The loop strengthens with each pass until trust feels like the natural climate of your home. On a quiet evening, when the house is finally still, step outside for a minute together. Breathe the summer air if it's warm, or pull on sweaters if winter is near. Let the sky remind you that love grows well under steady conditions. Then go inside and create those conditions on purpose. The truth is, emotional safety is not glamorous. It is not a viral moment. It is the daily craft of two people who choose to stay gentle even when it would be easier to shut down or flare up. It is the courage to be seen and to see. If you're starting from a place of disconnection, there's hope. Safety can be rebuilt with small, repeated acts. Start tonight. Offer a sincere apology if needed. Name one thing you appreciate. Create a soft landing for tomorrow's version of both of you. We'll close with this simple promise you can borrow and practice. We will protect how we speak to each other, especially when we hurt. Say it out loud. Write it on a sticky note by the door. Keep it until it becomes the way your home breathes. What makes you feel emotionally safe in a relationship? Share it below so others can learn from you. And if the stories and guidance here serve your heart, whispered hearts. English will always be a place where you're met with kindness. May your living room become a sanctuary, your porch a welcome, and your conflicts a path to deeper closeness. Keep choosing small, steady gestures over big, brittle ones. Because trust grows where safety lives. Because emotional safety in relationships changes how love feels in your bones.